Hi everyone, hope you're all okay and having a good week so far. Weather's got a little bit nicer again. We had a few dodgy days of rain, didn't we? But it's nice, it's brightening up again, and I hope it stays like this. We just need it to be a bit warmer because it is cold. Kind of looks hotter than it is. So today we're going to start standing. So come and find your space, everyone. Okay. Hello, Tick. You coming in? Every time. She's so needy. She just wants attention all the time. So let's have the feet underneath the hips. Come on. I can't see my feet. And just start to walk the heels. Just get those ankles moving. Relax the arms. Okay. All right. And then just let the heels come down so the feet are flat. Just spread out the toes of the feet there. And just feel the weight in the feet. So just have a moment to get our body ready to move and just be present. So just notice if the weight shifts side to side or forward or back. And then just soften through the knees, have some tension in the top of the legs here, so the thigh muscles. And then just have this feeling now, finding your neutral spine. So if it helps, you can tilt the pelvis. Just give it a little move, forward and back, maybe side to side. Yeah, just try and let your back move nice and freely. Just noticing how that lower back is feeling today. Okay. And just find that point in the middle. So we're just bracing through the abdominals. Energy is drawing down from the tailbone. And then you're just going to let the shoulders start to move back. Let's just get them nice and warm. Just notice if one side feels different. Okay. And just relax through the hands, relax your arms. And as you're moving the shoulders, just try and keep everything else in the body nice and still. Okay. And then just roll them forward as well. So just breathe in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. And then we're going to take them back again once more. This time just slide the shoulder blades down your back so we find that length in the neck and length in our spine. Sorry, it's me and my then. Again, keep everything controlled in the core. And we're just going to take the head over to one side. Just feeling that stretch down the side of the neck. And then just take it over the other way. Okay. And then again to each side. Just think about your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then once more, just change. And then just bring your head back to the center. And then from there, we're going to bring the chin to the chest and just roll the head from side to side. So just loosen through the back of the neck. Just release the head. Just try and let it become nice and heavy. Okay. And then just bring your head back to the center. Just lift the eye gaze and we're going to go straight into our side bends. So just breathe into the middle. Exhale as you reach the hand down towards your knee. Notice how your back is feeling. If you want to soften through the knees a bit more, you can. Just try and link that breath in with your movements, okay? Keep going. I've got a bit of a, I think I've got a label, you know, just gets caught. All right, so if you want to from there, you can reach the hand a little bit further away from the body and that will just deepen and open up through the rib cage and the side of your body a bit more. Okay, and remember keeping the core engaged. Gosh, so nice out there. I'm definitely going to go out for a walk, I think. I feel like we've probably all walked so much more in our life over this last year. It's just like the new thing to do. It's the most exciting part of the day. All right, and then just come back to the center. From there, let's just bring our arms in front. Take them out nice and wide. We're going to take the hands back as far as we can, so we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping the abs engaged. Then we bend the knees and round through the top of the back. So open, take a deep breath. Exhale, bring the hands forward and release the chin down. Breathe in, breathe out. So just start to move through the shoulders. Just notice how this feels in the upper back. Okay. Just take a couple more. And then just let the arms go, release them down, okay? We're going to take our arms out again. This time we're going to bend the elbows and then just start to take twists. So as you exhale, you turn the chest to the side and you want to think about pulling back with the elbows. So think about getting the elbow back as far as you can. And as you're twisting, feel the core engage, of course. And twists, we always want to focus from rotating through the ribs upwards, okay? So keep the hips facing the front and try and squeeze as tight as you can through the center there. Everything comes from the core. If you want to, you can take one arm back, reach even further. See if that just deepens the feeling in that twist for you. And use your out breath to take it over to the side. Okay, just do this a couple more times. And then come back to the center. Shoulders should be feeling a little warm. Just let those arms go and just let the shoulders move again, okay? Then we're just going to start to circle the hips around. So we're going to do this about 4 times each way, just keeping the shoulders still, chest still. Okay, and just moving from the pelvis down. And you're going to repeat this again both ways. So just loosen through the lower back. And again, 4. All right. And then just keep everything back to the center then. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to start to focus on the legs. So we're going to take squats first, just to warm up through the hips and through the quads. So use your out breath to sit down. Weight goes back into the heels. Arms reach forward just to help with your balance. Okay, take a few more. And then what we're going to do from here is just stay up, drive the hips forward, squeeze through the glutes. We're going to now think about really pulling up and through the hips, because we're going to take the weight into one leg. Just going to make sure there's space. Make sure you do have space behind you. We're going to start to just tap the foot forward, extend one leg, and then you're going to send the leg back. Okay, so we're keeping everything really parallel with this. So you're going to slide the foot through. It's definitely easier if you've got socks on for this, guys. I would suggest putting them on. So squeezing through the other leg, lifting up and through the hip. Take the leg forward and back. And as you're moving the leg, you want to keep everything in the body still, okay? So you're just moving from the hip. Go whatever pace works for you. Engage through the core. Try to keep that back nice and flat. And then you're going to change to the other leg, all right? So think forward and back. Constantly lifting up and finding length in the body. So squeeze through the quad. You'll feel the glutes working as well. And breathe at the same time, please. Okay. Okay. And then from here, bring the foot down. We're now going to repeat the same, but we're going to just find a little bit more release with this. So I want you to now, might be easy to have your hands on your hips, just brush the leg forward and back. And as you're doing this, ooh, there she goes, you can start to bend the knee and just let the leg go. So you're not holding as much tension in this leg. We're just getting this hip moving. This is where we can start to find if there's any tightness we're holding on to. If you really need to, you can hold on something. A wall. I have a fireplace. I have a fireplace. I can hold. So you can hold on something if you find that you're struggling a little bit with the balance. Just change the leg as well now. Just make sure you've done both sides. So you're really just loosening through the hip, but you're keeping that core engaged. Okay, and then just come back to the center. All right, we're going to do this again, this leg sweep, but we're going to take it now across the body. So again, you can hold on to something if it helps, chair, because this one I do find the balance tends to go a little bit more. So you're squeezing through the supporting leg is swinging across and out. And your arms, I find it just helps to swing them the opposite way the leg is going. You should feel this down the outside of the hip now and possibly here in the inner thigh. And change other side. Okay, if you lose balance, just bring the foot down. Or again, you can hold on to something, whatever helps. And again, don't worry about the legs staying straight, just soften through that knee. Okay, and then just come back. So hopefully your hips are feeling a little bit, what's the word? Released. A little bit more flowy. Okay, and then let's just come back to the center. We're now going to bring our attention to our spine. So let's just drop the chin down and just start to roll down, but just to the halfway point, all right? So you're just going to let the shoulders go. Just roll down till your hands come roughly in line with the knees, and then you're going to slowly roll back up through the spine. Okay, so breathe in at the top, take an exhale and just drop down, softening through the neck, shoulders, just rolling through the spine. And then from there, just slowly come back up, and we're going to repeat this a couple more times just at your own pace. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, release. Okay, on the next one, we're going to place the hands above the knees. You're going to push against the legs. We've done this lots before, really good for working through the back. Open the chest forward, look forward, try and lift the tailbone up, and then just exhale and release. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, roll up through the spine, and as you slowly rise, let your head be the last thing to lift. And then we come down again, slowly rolling through the back. Push your hands against the legs to look forward. Exhale, let it go. And again. So we're going to open and close 2 times. On the second one, we then roll up to reset. So really work through the back. Treat this as a massage for your spine. After this, we're going to do it once more. Okay. Okay, good. And then from here, I want you to stay standing, take your feet out nice and wide. So we're going to soften through the knees now. Now we've got the back moving a little bit more. I want you to breathe in, take your arms out wide. We're going to take 2 side bends. So we're going to reach over, opening through the ribs there to both sides. From here, you're then going to bend your knees. We're going to take 2 squats down. So you're going to drop the hips, squeeze through the quads to lift, down and up. Okay, so if you want to turn the toes in slightly, you can, just for a little bit of stability. So 2 side bends, really reaching over, opening through the chest, stay up through the chest, drop down, let the hips lower. Okay, 2 side bends. So really simple, just 2 movements. but we're keeping the same feeling through the heart space. So we're constantly lifting up through the chest, even when we're coming down to those squats. So squeeze through the legs when they're straight. When you bend, push the knees out as wide as you can. Okay. Just go with whatever pace works for you. Don't feel pressured with time. One more time here. Okay, good. And then from here, just walk your feet in. And we're going to take a full roll down now towards the floor. So make your way until your hands come all the way towards your feet. Let's take our first full forward fold. So soften through the knees. Just feel the energy down the back of the legs there. And then we're going to roll back up. Slowly rise, take a deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Okay, and then from here, you're going to walk your hands forward. Come onto your front. So knees down, hips to the floor, show you an angle, and come on down, all right? So first exercise we're going to do today is keeping the arms out in our V. We're going to take our VW exercise. So you can do this with the hands on the floor. Again, kind of easier with carpet or something you can slide the hands across. So you're going to squeeze through the glutes, lengthen through the legs. So we want everything in the lower body to be nice and strong so that we're protecting our lower back. Eye gaze will be down. Obviously I'm moving so that you can hear me speak. I've noticed I'm kind of getting like this like slight cramp in the left side of my neck, and I think it's from just constantly looking left. So I might start mixing it up and looking the other way. So hands are going to stay down. When you exhale, you're going to bring your hands in. When that happens, your elbows are going to squeeze all the way as close to your ribs as possible. And then you're going to slowly breathe in and extend out again. So you're going to exhale up, breathe in out. You can do this, of course, with the hands off the floor. So you can tap them down to your V. And then as you squeeze, use the muscles in the back to lift the chest from the floor and lift the hands off and then down. Okay. Breathe out, breathe in. Okay, so you're just going to continue this movement. So you can do hands down, off. I know some of you do have those balls at home, the squishy green ones. You could use that, pop it into the chest, the centre of the chest there, and that can be used as well as a little bit of support with this exercise. I miss using them so much, honestly. Like, it's been so long. They're just in my loft at the moment, just waiting to be used. Okay, just take a couple more. And then you're just going to stay on your front, rest your head onto your hands. And then we're going to bring some attention to our lower body. So let's start with our leg lifts, yeah? Single leg lifts to begin with. Keeping the pelvis connected to the floor, squeezing through the glutes, squeezing all the muscles in the legs. Okay, we're not focusing on height. We're looking at how much tension we can create to create a stronger movement. Okay. If you want to try, you can go with both. No pressure though. You can stay with singles if that feels fine. Rather you focus on keeping the pelvis down and actually lifting and lowering at roughly the same speed. Okay. So it's all right coming up. Sometimes coming down can feel a little bit like, you know, we don't want to collapse. We want to think about slowly letting that go. Okay. It's all about that slow descend back down. Just do this a couple more times. After your last one, push back to child's pose. Release through the lower back. Take the knees wide and just take a little wriggle in the hips if that feels good as well. Okay, just take a few more breaths. And then you're going to find a seated position from here. So let's come on to, bring the legs in front. The next exercise we're going to look at is a progression to teaser. So we're going to have the hands behind the thighs, and this is all about keeping the back as straight as possible. Okay, so for instance, when we do roll backs, we're rounding, whereas with this, we want to try and stay lifted. So it means really opening up through the chest. Okay, so really opening up through the heart space. So you're going to lean back. That is where we want to find our core switching on. Okay, so when you lean back, keep the spine long, engage through the tummy muscles. And you can see there, if I lean back far enough, my feet might come off. So that is an option, or you can just keep the feet tapped down slightly. You're going to hold behind the back of the thighs, and we're just going to lift one foot up and then bring it down. And you're just going to alternate each leg. So as you exhale, lift up, inhale to lower. Okay, so you've got this constant brace through the abdominals. So your tummy is always switched on. Okay, your hands are there for support, but make sure the shoulders aren't coming forward. We want to be constantly thinking about pulling those shoulders back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you want to take this a little bit further, you can release the hands, test the core strength, see if you can still take the legs up. If you want even more, you can try with both or here. Okay. Just take a couple more, and then you're just going to have a moment to rest, just holding around the ankles, let the upper body fold forward. Okay, and then from here, slowly come back up. We're going to go for round 2. So just have a little play. If there's any discomfort in the lower back at any point, do just take a break and come back in when you're ready. No pressure. So breathe with it. The hardest point is when you're lifting the legs. So try and exhale at that point. Okay. Just take a couple more on each side. And then we're going to take a proper forward fold, extend the legs further this time, and release through the lower back. So just calm that breath down. Use your out breath to really just release and listen to your body. If the legs are feeling tight or sore, bend the knees, or even just take the feet out a little bit wider. Okay, and then just slowly roll up through the spine. Take your time. We're going to stay seated, but we're just going to bring one leg in. So we're going to bend right or left first. Place the foot flat onto the floor. Okay. Make sure you can still lift and lengthen up through the spine. So if you know you're tight in the hips, feel free to sit on something. Yeah, elevate the hips, and that will take tension away. And we're going to take a twist towards the leg. So you can hug the thigh, or you can push the elbow to the outside of that knee. Other hand comes behind you to press into the ground, and that will also help lengthen the back. So just find that twist, hugging towards the leg. and try to rotate from the ribs, okay? And as you're holding there in that twist, just breathe in, use your out breath to just soften the shoulders down and just soften all the edges, okay? I can hear a cat running around upstairs. There's some days where I just hear bang and I'm like, oh, what is going on? I don't know how they're going to cope when I have to start leaving and going outside again for work. Okay. So just take another breath in and then slowly just release from there. Okay, let the tension go, extend that leg out, and then we're going to find this twist on the other side. So just wrap your arm round, just turn the chest and shoulders. Just calming the breath down. Just take a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready to release, just turn your chest back to the front. We're going to stay seated, but what we're going to do is we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Sorry, this blooming label. I'm not wearing this hoodie again. So I need to cut it out. So we're going to keep the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and then you can have the heels close or a little bit further away. You want to just make sure that your knees are falling out quite naturally here, okay? So let's just start by lifting up through the chest. Hold on to the legs, shins or ankles. Keep the arms long and just focus on now pulling and lifting through the chest. So you're finding some length there through the back. Just focus on breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, just try and feel those shoulders just melting down the back towards your hips. Okay, if you want to deepen the stretch on the inner thighs, you can pull those feet in a bit closer maybe. So you can adjust the feet as you go. Okay, take another deep breath, and then as you breathe out, I want you to then slide the feet back out, and let's just take a fold forward. So release through the neck and shoulders. Take one last breath and then just roll up through the center. Okay, you can either extend the legs in front or keep them crossed. We're just going to take a deep breath in, just lift the arms up, and we're just going to take a side bend over to each side. Just opening through the chest, getting that shoulder to come back. Okay, just take another breath in. As you exhale, just slowly wimble the arms to the other side. Just soften there through the side of the body. Just letting the shoulder go. Okay, and then bring the hands down. Just let the shoulders roll back and just notice how the body is feeling. If you want to open and round through the back again, you can. Yeah, spent a bit more time standing and seated obviously today, and really kind of looking at just this feeling of opening a bit more. Yeah, definitely been putting a few more stretches and twists in because I think our backs need it. Yeah, twists are really good for the spine, so I think it's good to just spend a bit more time on that. Hey, so when you're ready, just take a deep breath in, bring the palms together, bring the hands through to the center, and thank you, everyone. Okay, if you needed to move in any other ways, of course you can. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here. You can't even see her, she just blends in. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Any questions about any of that, let me know. I thought I'd just do a little bit more of a stretch out session again, really. Yeah, I'm kind of focusing quite heavy on twists at the moment. Yeah, I think a lot of us, because we're at home still, obviously, it's getting to that point now where, you know, we aren't as moving probably as much as we normally would, because we'd normally be out and about a bit more. I know a lot of us are going for walks and stuff, but that does mean our muscles are getting tighter, especially around our legs. So yeah, I'm going to be introducing a few more stretches for the lower body as well as the upper body. I feel like I've focused a lot on shoulders and heart space at the moment, so we'll try and bring that focus further down for next week's. So yeah, thank you. I'll stop chatting. This is my social hour for myself. It's weird. I'm so just used to talking to myself on a camera now. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, whatever you're doing. Stay busy, and yeah, I'll keep in touch.